Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we're going to be answering the most popular question that I always get. I get this question on social media. I get this question all the times on Twitter, but I get this question more prevalently in real life. Family members, friends, people that I work with, coworkers, everybody always asks me the same question. How are you able to afford all the stuff that you get to do? So we're going to break that down in this video. So if you guys are new here and you enjoy the content, if you would do me a favor and smash the subscribe button, turn on notifications. It's completely free. If you want to help be a complete badass, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button for me. All right, so let's establish a baseline here. How do we afford going to Walt Disney World multiple times per year, plus going on all the other small knick-knack trips that we do? This is a question that gets asked to me so much and so many times. Everyone actually thinks that we make lots and lots and lots and lots of money, but in all actuality, we're just really average people, making probably average amount of money that, we're not making six figures a year. We're not doing all that. So today we're going to break it down. We're going to create a scenario and we're going to show you guys how we're able to afford these Walt Disney World trips and these other trips that we take. Want to keep in mind that we're going to be using like a base national average of what minimum wage is nationwide. Some places minimum wage will be higher than others because the cost of living in some places are going to be higher. So our baseline, we're going to establish usually about $13 an hour is what we're going to go at. We're not going to go at with what I make. But before we get started, and you're going to hear me say this 2 or 3 times throughout the video, this is something I want you to put into your head right now. If you're thinking about and worrying about finances and stuff like that, this is something you really need to put into your head. It's not about how much money you make. It's about where you spend it. Think about that because that is the number one thing when it comes to planning any expensive trip. So let's talk about the national average about finances of how all this is going to play out. $13 an hour. You're making $13 an hour. Let's talk about our household here. We're going to be figuring an average of a household that is probably about normal, which is 2 adults and 1 child. You can obviously use the same concept if you have more children, but we're just going to use the concept for the video just because this just seems to relate a lot more to a lot of people that end up going to Disney that I happen to see. The same concept and everything applies if you have more than 1 children as well. But let's say that you're making $13 an hour at your job. That is going to be a total of $520 per week. That is before taxes, so that is your net. And per month, that is going to equal $2,080. We're going to think about taxes. With $500, you're probably going to pay about a good $85 to $90 in taxes. So you're paying about $360 a month in taxes, which afterwards is going to leave you with about $1,720. Now, if you really want to think about this, with a 2-parent household, you're going to multiply that by 2, and you're going to be having a complete income between 2 people of $3,440. Now, when you say it in the cost of $3,000 a month with 2 people working, this is just like 2 people working minimum wage jobs. This is not an outside of an entry-level position. This is just to kind of show people that no matter where you work and what you do, you can still able to afford one of these things. So $3,440. This is where things kind of get complicated because then we start talking about, man, I have so many bills to pay. Here's the number one thing. When you're going to be taking an extended trip or you're really wanting to take your kids to a place like Disney World, it is a very, very immersive place. So the prices are very, very immersive as well. So here's the thing. If you're really motivated and you really, really want to take them, then you're going to have to make sacrifices in order for you to be able to afford it for an extended period of time. When you see your package total and it's like $4,000, people are like, "Oh no, I can't afford that." But here's the thing: you can afford it. You just have to cut the stuff out. You have to get rid of all the stuff that you want and all this and that. And we're going to talk about this in this video. With the $3,440 that you have, here's are the necessities that you're probably going to have to pay: your rent, your electric bill, your internet, your phone, your water, gas if you have it. Some people do, some people don't. It's up in the air. Your car note and car insurance. Okay, so those are your 8 big things. If you own your car and you don't have a car note like me, then you don't really have to worry about it. You just have to pay your insurance. So really you're cutting that down to about 6 bills, especially if you're living in a place that's all electric. So let's run through it again. We're going to have to pay rent. That is our number one necessity of all time. And then it's our electric, then our water, then our car insurance, and phone bill. And if you have a car note, I want you to limit to that only. Don't worry about paying this and paying that. If you want to watch something on Netflix, yes, you can pay a little $7, $9, $10 a month to, have something to do. But if you have a laptop computer, you can pull just about any movie or any TV show in the history of the planet up on YouTube or online, period. So you don't really have to worry about that. I would also recommend, if you really wanted to have something to invest in, I would really recommend getting Disney Plus. Because if you're going to Disney World and you have Disney Plus, there's a lot of times they throw these sales and discounts for people that are members of Disney Plus. So just kind of keep that in mind. So we've lowered all of our bills down to, those 6 things right there. So let's focus strictly on that at this point. All right, so let's break down our finances for the month. These are just all estimates. I'm assuming that you have a 2-bedroom apartment. We're just going to use that as an example. If you have a 2-bedroom house, there's probably not going to be much difference between the apartment and the house, to be honest. The apartment actually might be a little bit more rent-wise, but cheaper on the electric side. We're going to say our rent's around $650. We're going to say our electric bill runs a total of about $150. We're going to say our water bill is going to be about $60. We're going to say internet right around $60. You just want to get basic streaming package internet. It's usually between $50 and $60. Your car insurance, if you're married, you're going to have 2 drivers on it, so probably running close to $100. If you have a car note, we're going to estimate it to be about $400. When we think about buying groceries and food and stuff like that, you're also going to figure in probably about another $100 a week for that. So that's going to be a total of $400. And then if you're putting gas in your car to get back and forth to work, you can kind of figure that to be probably about another $100. So we're going to come up with a total of $1,920 in our total finances that are necessities. I know we talked about Genie Plus or Netflix or some of these streaming services that are usually really, really affordable if you wanted to do that for entertainment, or if your husband is a gamer and they do that, they don't really care what you get as long as they get to do their thing. So you can kind of use that, so to speak. So figure in about another $20 for all that, and you'll come up to about $1,500 is what you have left. Anything extra you want to do, like going out to eat, going here, going there, when you're in the process of affording a Disney World trip, all of that stuff, it will probably be best, especially if you are on this type of income, cut it out. Let it go. Don't worry about it. You'll have the urge to want to go out to eat because you don't want to cook. You want to treat yourself. Okay, trust me, when you go on this vacation, you're going to be able to treat yourself. All right, so just stay focused and stay motivated for it. After this, per month, you would have $1,500 left over. That's $1,500 left over per month that you would have. Now, with that being said, let's talk about how. We got the finances and we got the money in our hands, so now let's talk about what we do with it. So now that we have the money, we're going to break everything down as how we do it. On average, there are about 4 weeks in a month. Some months you'll get it to where you get 5 paychecks in that month, but we're not going to focus on that month because for budgeting instances, we're just focusing on the 4 weeks. Now, when you get that fifth week, that's like your Disney free week. So you can get what you need for food and gas and stuff, and then drop the rest on Disney. So here we go. First week of the month, what we're going to focus on is rent, our electric bill, and buying our groceries. We're also going to put back at least between like $25 that week for gas to get back and forth to work and around town shopping, whatever else that you guys. That's going to come to a total of $925 for that first week. You're getting over $1,000 that week. So what you do is after you buy your groceries and you pay your stuff, you put that money back, put it in your savings account. You don't want to drop it on Disney just yet because you're gonna have under $100. So there's no reason you can't make a deposit on that just yet. All right, so let's move on to the second week. The second week we're going to focus on our car note, our insurance, buying groceries, and again the $25 for gas and stuff. So that's going to come to a total of $625. Whatever's left out of your little over $1,000 check, you want to go ahead and put that back. It would be at this point that you would make your initial deposit of $200 using a travel agent or booking directly through Disney or whatever. If you were looking for a good travel agent, let me know in the comments down below. I can refer you to quite a few. Then we're going to move on to the third week. This is where it starts getting good. We're going to pay our water, our internet, buy food, $25 for gas. That's going to come to a total of $245. So you're sitting at roughly about an extra $600 or $700 at that point in time. You would use that $600 or $700. You would drop it on your Disney right then and there. And when you make your deposit, the amount of money you save from your first week, you also want to include that in your deposit. So let's figure up how much total you would come by the third week. So according to this thing, we're going to make a deposit of $235 during our second week of the month. That's going to be a little bit more than required. Usually require like $200 to hold your deposit. What the deposit does is it holds your reservation, it holds your rooms, and it makes you available to be able to go ahead and make your park pass reservations. The following week, on week 3, since you only have water, internet, and food, you're going to be dropping a total of $615 on Disney at that point in time. And then for the fourth week, this will be the easiest week of all. You're going to buy your groceries, you're going to pay your Netflix, you're going to put gas in your car. It's going to cost you about $145, which means you're going to get to drop $715 on Disney at that time. So out of 3 weeks, you were able to drop to the $235 for the initial deposit. You're also able to drop to $615 during the third week, and then you had that almost full week, the last week of the month, where you were able to drop $715, excuse me, for a total of $1,565 towards Disney, and the other $1,500 is for your bills and your necessities. So you pretty much everything that you don't need, you cut out. Now let's talk about this $1,565. There's a reason why there's a little bit more than $1,500 that you're putting towards it. I'm going to teach you some knowledge here. When you have the opportunity, the first thing you want to do before you start paying on your Disney World trip, get you a Sam's Club membership. Don't worry. Wait, there's more. At the Sam's Club membership, at Sam's, you can go buy a Walt Disney World gift card, a $500 Walt Disney World gift card for $484. That is a savings of $16. Now, when you're buying this, you're buying 3 of them because you're putting in $1,500 per month. What's going to happen is you're going to have a savings of approximately around $50. So you would have saved $50 on your trip that you could have used that $50 for something else. You could have used that $50 to go out and eat off of. So you kind of have a little bit of leeway with that. You could use that $50 to take your kid to the zoo to kind of get a break from work and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. And still, by doing that, you're saving yourself a lot of money. If your package is right around $4,000, then there shouldn't be no reason why within 3-4 months your entire package is completely paid off. Using the gift card method, the gift cards can be used for anything on Walt Disney World property. The only thing that I've seen that the gift cards cannot be used for is when purchasing a balloon for your child at any of the Disney World parks. Most of them require debit cards or cash. When you're buying these little stands that have like ponchos and water spray bottles and stuff like that, you normally don't take gift cards. They normally take debit cards and cash. But like dining reservations, paying for your initial package, all of that stuff, your room amenities and everything that's charged to your room, you can pay that with your Walt Disney World gift card. The gift card is probably the primary source for people that go consistently where they're able to get these at a discount, put them towards their package, getting a discount on their package, more or less. So when you're paying about $3,000 for your trip, you're going to save probably about $100 for that. We're not really going to talk about flights. I mean, because everybody has different preferences. Everybody wants to fly a certain way. A lot of people don't want to fly with American Airlines or United or have an issue with Delta, or there's so many different things. Everyone has different preferences. I would recommend getting your flight as soon as possible. The closer to your departure date that you get, the higher your airplane ticket prices are going to be, because the demand for that ticket is going to be higher. So naturally, the price is also going to match that. If you buy your ticket earlier in the year, we bought our trip for September. We bought our plane ticket in February, last month. So that shows you, and we got it really, really cheap for me and Asher, and I think it was about $800 for the two of us there and to Orlando and back. And we did that on purpose because the prices are lower the further out you are. So that's really, really why you want to focus on getting your plane tickets probably after you make your initial deposit. But just kind of keep in mind that if you use these gift cards to pay for your Disney World vacation, you're locked in. There's no going back, because you can get a refund, but when you get your refund, the refund will be on the gift card. They won't give it to you in cash. It'll be on the gift card. So if you had $1,000 left and you paid $2,000 on your using gift cards, when you cancel your reservation, they're going to give you a refund of $2,000 on your Disney World gift card. You're not going to get $2,000 cash back. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you start paying this with your Disney World gift cards, you're locked in. So make sure that you're fully committed to really, really seeing it through. Something that a lot of people do, and I think a couple of my friends are really, really jealous or really, really bad about this, is they sit down and they figure up how much everything's going to cost, how much the package is going to cost, what's our transportation going to cost, how much dining reservations and food and stuff, how much is all of it going to cost. And sometimes it comes out to be like mine and Asher's trip this year, usually around between $6,000 and $7,000. And people think about that big number and they completely lose track of what they're trying to do. Don't focus on how much totally it costs. What you do is you stay motivated and you focus on one thing at a time. You focus on getting your deposit, then focus on getting your plane ticket, then focus on the bulk. There are two big things that matter when planning a Disney World trip. One is your package, which is going to be the most expensive, and then the second one, your food and dining. So you definitely want to plan ahead for that. You definitely don't want to just try to wing it. So just kind of keep that in mind. Focus on one thing at a time. Okay, if you try to put all of it together, you're going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to get stressed out. You're going to make yourself sick. Just let it go. Focus on one thing at a time. Plan your trip accordingly. Plan ahead and work smarter, not harder. Try to stay away from Disney World during the peak times like the first week of April. April 3rd and 4th, Magic Kingdom's already completely booked out. Try to stay away from stuff like that because the ticket prices are going to surge really, really high to like $150 per day, per person. So pick the time of the year that you want to go, stick to it, do things one thing at a time. I cannot say that enough. Just focus on one thing at a time. Focus on your package. Focus on your flight. Do that one thing at a time. Take your time and take care of yourself in the process. Don't kill yourself over trying to take a vacation. So this pretty much breaks everything down. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's not about how much you make. It's about what you spend it on. And this is figuring at a $13 an hour job. Most people have income a little bit over that. Some people have income that's double that. Okay, good for you guys. All right, but anybody can go. You just have to be motivated and willing to make the sacrifices that you're going to have to do financially to be able to make it happen. There's some people that think because we're millionaires, we make lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money. Not exactly. We make just a little bit over what, normal people make. So we're just smart with how we manage our money. And figuring all this, if you don't even have a car note, then you're adding an extra $400 towards that. So you're paying almost $2,000 per month. So you should be able to, anybody should be able to afford this. And even if you're doing it solo, it'll be a little bit harder. It'll just take longer. That's the thing, is if you're one person paying for all of it, it's just going to take you longer. But you can still do it. You just got to stay focused. You got to stay motivated. Got to stay in the game. Keep your head in the game and stay focused on the prize. All right, man, that's going to do it for this video, man. I hope this helped you guys. If it did, let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys have any other tips for low-income people trying to afford Disney World, make sure to sound off in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.